and it's just amazing how people just want to reach for new heights and new heights, and it's so inspiring to see how people set new resolutions and put their bars up and just want to achieve, and I love it. I love that about this business. So welcome guys to another session of the Monday Night Platinum Teaching. We've got some awesome leaders on the call tonight, so I just want to honor all of you before the Super Regionals. Great job you guys are doing, and really respect you guys for putting in the extra miles and committing to the development of other people, which I think is one of the great joys and the great the great callings of our business, of our type of business, is that we can actually affect change in people's lives like we do. I don't know of any other profession, if you want to call it that, calling, work, that you can actually change people's lives for the positive like we can in our business. So just want to commend all of you guys that have decided to take the role of leadership in this business, which means you're influencing people's lives. So well done to you guys. And tonight's going to be awesome. We've got an awesome speaker on the call. So before I bring him on, I've just got a few announcements that I want to make. Firstly, I want to just say to you guys, if you don't know yet, Super Regionals is coming up. You should know by now, right? But this weekend is the Gauteng Super Regionals in Johannesburg at the Birchwood Conference Center. So all of you guys should know that there was actually a flyer produced that Darren and Elizabeth, Chris's team, has produced, and they sent it out. I've got it here on the call, and I'm clicking on it now, so it should pop up on your screens on your side. I believe you can save it on your side. You can download it and save it and use it. If you can't, just contact your upline and they'll be able to get it to you. It's a nice flyer to use to promote a super regional event. You can print it out, you can hand it out to people in your downline, and just send it across everywhere you can. This is going to be one of the most powerful super regionals we've ever had. South Africa is doing something right. In fact, South Africa is doing a whole lot right, because we're producing leaders on a monthly basis, significant leadership levels like executive directors, presidential directors, and so I'm really, really excited about this Super Regionals coming up now. So that's the first thing I just wanted to mention to you guys. The Gauteng Super Regionals at Birchwood Conference Center is this weekend, August the 17th. And then next weekend, on the 24th, is the Cape Town Super Regionals at the Lord Charles Hotel. And it is on the flyer, so you guys, like I said, you should receive it. And then the next thing I just want to announce is there's an exciting new tool that is being launched at the Gauteng leadership session for regional directors and above. If you've ever achieved the level of regional director or above, you're invited to a leadership session in Johannesburg on Friday night, and that'll be at Manatic House. There'll be what they call a leadership six-pack. So it was a six-pack that was launched by Louis and Leonie, our Platinum Presidentials, of which they have sort of really thought long and hard about what 6 CDs is sort of the foundational leadership principles that people should have in place, especially from the level of regional director and on. When you want to start leading a team, what are the do's and the don'ts and the important stuff to know and not to do, mistakes not to make and watch out for, and so on, in this sort of business. And so it's really, really an awesome leadership six-pack. I've seen it. It's very exciting, and it's going to be launched for the first time at the Johannesburg leadership, and then it'll be available again in the Cape Town leadership as well. So that's called the leadership six-pack. It's a six-pack of discs. I believe it'll be selling for about 120 Rand. So that's going to be absolutely awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so that is the leadership six-pack. And then lastly, we have an event called the Best of the Best, which is sort of like the core group of leaders, if you want to call it the cream of the crop, the people that are at the top making things happen. And so the people that qualify for the best of their best this time, for instance, have to be double achievers, have to be national director and above, have to qualify under certain criteria. And it's quite, if you haven't looked at it yet, it's quite strict. It's quite something to qualify for the best of the best. And I've heard through the grapevine that it's going to go up next time as well. So yeah, so I mean, it's the place to be if you want to qualify and get the information firsthand from the Platinum Presidentials, the sort of the top squad coaching, if you want to call it that, or the super squad coaching. That's the place to be, at the best of the best. So do everything you can to qualify. If you want to know what the qualification is, you have until the 21st of this month, the 21st of August, to still qualify. If you're close, if you didn't make it on a few points at the end of the last business period close, you can still make it by fulfilling some of those things. Check on 3pointplan.com under news. If you go on to 3pointplan.com under news, you will see that there is a section on, under news, there's a section on qualification for best of the best. I'm posting a link now that you can also click on and just check it out. And that's going to give you the qualification that you need to adhere to qualify for that. And I want to encourage you guys, if you haven't been there before, it's easy to qualify for it. If you haven't qualified before, if you want to re-qualify, you have to do even more. And that's the place to be. Really, the leaders of the leaders are there, if you know what I mean. So, okay, so that's quite exciting right there. And then I think that's it from my side. Like I said, we're going to have an awesome super regional young guy. He's a real entrepreneur. I would call him a real entrepreneur. He's always got his eyes on developing wealth, and I think he understands how to think big and so on. So I really want to respect him and honor him for that. So we always have fun. We're traveling overseas together and so on, and it's just so nice to be sharing with this guy and dreaming with him. And he's an awesome example of somebody who really can take people onto the next level in Manatech and in our company. So guys, won't you please welcome onto the call Bronze Presidential Director JP Costa.
Thank you very much, Vincent, for that warm and encouraging welcome. I just want to say to everyone on the call, it's great to be on the call, firstly from my side, and well done to all of you for being on the call. Many people say that 80% of winning is just showing up, and I really believe that these calls make such a difference in helping all of us take our businesses to the next level. And I honestly believe that the people that do take the effort and time out to be on these calls, those are really the people that see exponential growth in their businesses, and that's really just a testament to the leadership that Louis and Leonie have put into place in South Africa. And I just want to also just thank them for all their guidance and support. They've been a massive help to me going to the next level, and I just want to honor and thank them so much for the support that they do give all of us in South Africa, and we are forever grateful for what they've done and for the guidance and support that they give. So Leonie asked me to speak a little bit about on going the extra mile, and really it's such a great topic to talk about, and I'm so glad she asked me to speak about that, because honestly, for the industry that we're involved in and being part of Manatech, I honestly believe that the only way that we can go to the next level is by going the extra mile. And sometimes for me, it's such a humbling experience to be part of this business, because I really believe with everything in me that Manatech is really the only model out there where the person that works the hardest, the people that go the extra mile, are really the people that go to the next level. And I think it's just a testament to the industry we're involved in and for the leadership we've got in this country, because if you put in the hard yards, I promise you that you will achieve massive success. And to be quite honest with everyone on the call tonight, I honestly believe there's never been a better time to be part of Manatech than now. You know, network marketing is really just only coming of age in South Africa right now, so we are all going to see exponential growth in the next few years. And I'm just so excited for this Super Regionals this weekend in Johannesburg. I've been up here since Friday, and just for next weekend in Cape Town, it's going to be absolutely spectacular. So I'm really also very excited about that as well. So all of us would agree that the only way that you do achieve success is through going the extra mile. And I did some research on this, and it was so interesting to read about some of the people that really just built the Industrial Revolution, people like Henry Ford and Andrew Carnegie and all these sorts of people that really, all of them said that the only way you do achieve the success that you'd like in your life is by going the extra mile. And really, if you go back to the literature, going the extra mile is all about rendering of more and better service than for which you are being paid. And the key part there is giving it in a positive mental attitude. So it's not just going the extra mile, but it's going there by having a positive, excited mental attitude. I think that is such a key component there, because we find so many people that really work hard in the business, that do all the things, that do what's required, but if you're not doing that, being excited, and if people can't pick up your passion, and you're not congruent in what you're doing, you're really not going to go to the next level. And I think it's sometimes something that we all hesitate on, is that just bringing over that excitement. It makes such a difference. And sometimes that little bit of excitement when you show the plan, just being excited, even if it's just for 20 minutes when you're doing the presentation, or even if it's just for 8 seconds when you are prospecting someone, if you can just be excited for that short period of time, I promise you that is really what makes the big difference in our business. And I think sometimes we all think it's the big things that make the big difference. It's not the big things. It's the small things that you do in a great way. That is what makes the difference. Doing the small things in a great way. I was speaking to one of my leaders over the weekend, and we were all just saying that the key thing in our business is that so many times people focus on going national and going executive and going presidential, but so many of us sometimes forget the little steps that we have to do on a daily basis to go to national, to go to executive, to go to presidential, or to go way, way beyond that. And we diligently have to focus on a daily basis by doing the little things, because the little things are what makes the big differences. And we've all heard that sort of cliche saying about, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. And, the nicest thing about our business is that it's so simple. It's really so simple that I think sometimes people overcomplicate it. And there's a saying that says, if we do the easy thing, if the simple things sometimes are so easy to do, but the things that are easy to do are also sometimes so difficult to do, because really in our business, all that we're asking people to do is just show 4 presentations a week. Now, to be honest with all of you on the call tonight, to show 4 plans a week, to earn 300,000 Rand a month, to become a platinum presidential, is that not just so worthwhile? I mean, I've said that on stage last time. In a normal traditional business, if you show 4 presentations a week, you get fired. In our industry, if you show 4 presentations a week consistently, you become a superstar in Manatech, and that's really what makes it so amazing. And really, that's really what comes down to going that extra mile. So I had a phenomenal saying this weekend, and it's something I just feel that we can relate back to our business so much. And it's really that if we do what is easy in life, life will always be hard. But if we are willing to do what's hard, life will be easy. Can't really relate that back to our business and what we do. It's so easy sometimes not to make that call, or when you meet someone and you hear they're sharing about a condition they may have, or you hear about someone that's struggling, that's looking for an opportunity. So many times we sometimes don't share with people because we are so worried what people think about you. But you know what? Those are the little things that people do that really take them to the next level. It's not the big things. It's those little things. So many times in life you get to, especially for me in Manatech, I look over the last 5 years, and I've been so blessed in so many different ways in this business, and you'll hear a lot more about that at the super regionals. But I feel for me, so many times, we sometimes have doubt. We sometimes doubt ourselves, or we think, oh man, this person won't be interested, or you hear someone say something about looking for an opportunity, and you sometimes think, oh, I won't do it, or we procrastinate. And you know what? That's something that I think, if all of us can just really listen to that hunch that we sometimes get inside ourselves. I mean, so many times, you get a feeling that you need to go and talk to someone, and some people take that hunch and they actually go for it, and some people are so worried about that little voice inside of their head saying, oh, but what happens if they say no, or what happens if they're going to laugh at me, or what happens if they don't get involved, or whatever. Trust your hunch sometimes, because I believe that is going the extra mile, is that when you get the little hunch inside yourself, go for it. I'd like to give you all a little interesting fact tonight, and that is that in the last 50 years in network marketing, not one person has died for asking someone to look at an opportunity. Not one person has died for asking someone to have a look at an opportunity. So what does that tell you? Is that the worst thing that ever can happen is someone can say, sorry, the timing's not right. But you know what? So I honestly believe for all of us, if we want to take our businesses to the next level, we need to get over ourselves and we need to go out there and go and make it happen. So I just feel that's just a little something that all of us can do. Just some of the other things I wrote down. I said that it's so important that we start working on the mastery of the destructive habit of procrastination. I mean, it's such a big thing for so many people, because especially for a lot of the people, and I realize a lot of people on the call are still building the business part-time. For me, I think the magic in building it part-time is that you can't really procrastinate, whereas a lot of times when people go full-time too early is that you tend to procrastinate, you're always putting things off. I can talk to someone next week, or I can talk to someone the week after that. But you know what? If you don't talk to someone today, it's too late. Because if you get that hunch or that feeling that you need to talk to someone today, or the opportunity is here today, if you don't take that opportunity, someone else is going to take it. And think about it, standing next to a swimming pool, and there's a big rope that goes past the swimming pool, or wherever you may be standing, or a bridge or whatever, and there's a big massive rope coming across, and there's 10 people standing there. You know what? If the first guy doesn't take that opportunity, someone is going to take that opportunity. And the key thing that you've got to remember is that so many people out there are going to become part of Manatech. I was just thinking about that tonight, and I was thinking, you know, our mission is obviously to feed 5 million malnourished children over the next few years, and we obviously need to link that up with 5 million consumers. Now, here's the exciting part about that. Do you realize for Manatech to do that we're going to have like 1,000 platinum presidentials, probably 2,000 platinum presidentials to be able to make Manatech achieve that goal? 2,000 platinum presidentials. How many presidentials would we have at that stage? Probably like 10,000 presidentials. So we're going to be in Hawaii, and we'll have to rent out all the hotels in Hawaii because it'll just be full of presidentials from Manatech. It's going to be huge. Think about how many executives that's going to be. Think about that picture about just 10,000 people are going to become presidential directors, and you can make a decision tonight and on this weekend at the function to be part of that. 10,000, there's 10,000 positions up for grabs. If you don't go the extra mile, if you don't start speaking to people you need to speak to, if you're not showing the plan that you need to show, or if you've been putting on off things that you should be doing, someone else is going to take that opportunity. So for me, that is such a key thing. Don't procrastinate. If you get that hunch to talk to someone, go out there and go and talk to them about it. You know, I read a very interesting story, and it talks a little bit about Andrew Carnegie, who really was the wealthiest person in the world during the Industrial Revolution. And he had an employee working for him called Charles Schwab, and he was probably the highest paid employee of all time, especially at that time, which related back to what that would be today. But during that time, and we're talking like Industrial Revolution, he was getting paid $75,000 US. But every single year, Andrew Carnegie would give him a bonus of $1 million. $1 million, today it's 10 million rand. Think about how much it was like 100 years ago. I mean, it's an enormous amount of money. And they said to Mr. Carnegie, they said to him, how could you pay him so much? I mean, he's earning $75,000 every single year. How could you pay him $1 million rand bonus every year? And guess what he said? He said, I pay him the $75,000 a year for the work he's performed, but the other $1 million I pay him is for going the extra mile. Isn't there such an amazing story about just going the extra mile, how the extra mile really makes such a difference? Think about relating that back to our business. I mean, in our business, for me, I feel that the going the extra mile is really the unseen things. It's the things that people don't see. I mean, everyone can see you being in a presentation, being the big superstar of your massive group. But you know what? The unseen things is doing the little things, the little unexpected things. You know, making sure you send that last SMS through to try and get someone to a major function, or giving someone that call to say and congratulating them on reaching an next pin. There are all these little things that we can do, and if we start doing the little things, the big things just seem to fall in place. So really look at going the extra mile as those little unseen things that you can do on a daily basis that can make a drastic difference in your business. I mean, another analogy I could use for that is really just if you look at water. I mean, what an amazing example. I mean, if you look at water, I mean, it's, at 99 degrees, it's just hot water. At 100 degrees, it becomes boiling water. And you know what boiling water can do? It can power a steam engine. I mean, it's just that little tiny little bit, that little extra mile that you do. And I think if I look at all the leaders that we've got in Manatech, if I look at a lot of the presidentials and I look at a lot of the leaders we have, I really believe that a lot of people think that people really went completely out of their way to become presidential or become platinum presidential. It's not like that. It's just that they did a little bit extra. Think about that word, extraordinary. Extraordinary, becoming extraordinary at something. You can either be average or something or mediocre, but if you want to become extraordinary at something, you need to become extraordinary by doing that little bit extra. Think about the word. It's either ordinary or you extraordinary. It's that extra little bit you do. I'd like to just tell you one more story. I mean, I know we haven't got much more time. We've got a few more minutes, but I read another story about this extra mile. I was looking for a great story I could share, and it was a phenomenal story because it talks about a Pittsburgh department store, and there was an old lady that was walking outside, and it started raining, and she kind of like wandered into this department store, and she didn't look very smart or very affluent or anything like that, and a lot of the people that were working there didn't really want to help her because they thought she probably wouldn't be able to afford anything, so they were just kind of laid back, and she'd walk around, and eventually and everyone was kind of ignoring her, pretending they didn't see her, and all of a sudden she gets to a young man, and he says to her, "Excuse me, ma'am, can I help you?" And he's very polite and friendly, and she says, she's actually, "I'm not going to buy anything, I'm just kind of coming inside because it's raining outside, and I was just hoping, just to chill here for a little while, or just to relax here for a little while, and just till the rain stops." And this young man says to her, "Ma'am, could I not get you a chair, perhaps? I mean, you could sit down, and once the rain's finished, you could wander off again." Anyway, so the story goes that eventually the rain stops, and she walks outside, and she kind of goes on with her life. And a few years later, they contact this department store and ask for this specific young gentleman, and he wasn't available. He actually started working at another business, or maybe perhaps another department store. And they said, "No, we specifically need to speak to this young gentleman. This is his name. No one else can help us." And what had happened is that this old lady that came wandering into this department store, because this young gentleman was so kind to her, that's another key word there, kindness. Always be kind. It's such a key word. But this kind young gentleman had helped her and gone the extra mile by offering her a chair and being friendly to her and kind to her. And this old lady happened to be Andrew Carnegie's mother, who had passed away, and in her will, she mentioned him, and what an amazing story. He ended up starting a department store, I believe, in Scotland, and I mean, he became extremely successful. And what a phenomenal story, just about going the extra mile. I think, for us in our business, it's such a key thing. I mean, just think about those little things you can do. I know all of us here, if we just turn that little gauge on a little bit, just the extra little bit. I mean, I promise you, your business will exponentialize in the next few months. Just the last few pointers on this is that, for me, honestly, this is also a part of going the extra mile, is to respect people who don't join your business, respect people that don't want to join your business, but also respect the people that sometimes quit the business or didn't carry on with the business. You know why? Because I'd like to tell you a story, and maybe some of you might relate to this, but if I think back how I got involved with Manatech, the person that sponsored me into the business, his mother had been approached by Louis Leone probably a long time ago. I mean, probably 7, 8 or 9, maybe even 10 years ago, with another network marketing company. At that stage, she wasn't ready to build the business. But when my friend was going to join another network marketing company, his mother said to him, listen, yeah, this particular company you'd like to join, we've got very good friends that were involved in this company, but they're now involved in another network marketing company, and it's Louis Leone. Maybe just go and find out from them why they started a new company. And that's actually how we ended up being, or us ended up being part of Louis Leone's business, because if they were kind to her and didn't kind of respected her, she ended up giving them a massive a referral that led to a few thousand people in their business. And I just want to urge all of you here, be kind to people. I mean, respect the people who join your business, but respect the people who don't join your business. Respect the people who don't carry on with the business, because you know what? They're going to get to a stage in their life where someone else is going to come to them about another opportunity, or looking at someone else, and they're going to say, oh, you know what? Go talk to that person. He's an amazing person. He's so kind. He didn't try and hard sell me on this business. He's just an amazing person. And he's kind. Go and talk to him again. And I promise you, it'll just pay such dividends in your business. So I just want to let all of you know on the call, it's been a great privilege to talk on the call. You know, something that really stood out for me also, you know, is how you do something is how you do everything. I mean, let's all play at 100%. With Monday night tonight, we've got another four nights left before the Super Regional starts. You know what? Go the extra mile, and if you were thinking, I'm only going to have 4 or 5 people show up at the Super Regionals, or 10 or 20, do you know what? Go and make those extra few phone calls. You know, last time at the Super Regionals in Johannesburg, I believe we were about 500 or 600 people. Do you know what? If we all just went a little extra mile and brought a few more people, why don't we fill that place up to 1,000 people this weekend? I honestly believe that can happen if all of us make a team effort, if we all make a team effort to build Manatech so big in South Africa, because I promise you, if that function starts growing over 1,000, 2,000 people every 3 weeks, you know what? Everyone in South Africa is going to hear about Manatech and know that this is the perfect company, because we are the best company. It's not even a negotiable. We've got the perfect product. We've got a product that's life-changing. We have the most amazing compensation plan. More importantly, we've got the most amazing mission. And most importantly, we've got the most amazing leaders that are leading us. And I just want to say thanks to Louis Leone again for that. And thank you for the privilege to talk on the call tonight. I hope that some of you could have learned a little bit. It's amazing that you never stop learning in this business. You learn all the time, and always be hungry to learning, because I believe, honestly, if you stop learning, that's when your business is really going to go backwards. But plug in the system. I look forward to see you all this week and at the Super Regionals over the weekend. Thank you very much, and be blessed. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Thanks, JP. That was absolutely great, and wonderful teaching there from great presidential we have in Manatech. So thanks a lot, JP. Awesome. So that's it for our Monday night call, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again next week, same time, same place. I see that we maxed out on basically 99. There's only 100 seats in this call. We were on 99 this evening, so no, I think we might be opening it up for more soon. So that's very exciting. Well done to you guys. And wow, I'm inspired for this week. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. So once again, thank you for that, JP. Awesome. And guys, have an awesome week. Invite everybody. Use that flyer. Let's get record numbers at the Super Regional events, both in Joburg and in Cape Town. And you know, if you can afford a fly up to both, it's maybe that's one of your goals, to put that in place. You want to be at both Super Regionals. It's just absolutely awesome. So guys, I'll see you guys next time, a week from now. And until then, have an awesome week, and I'll see you guys later.